What do you want?
You're listening to the DVM production empire. Backed with content, millions of downloads, taking the world by force. Join the empire today at dvmpe.com.
Groovy.
Do you suffer from stupid?
Yeah, I tried returning my red box to McDonald's, and they wouldn't take it.
Do you wish that it would all just go away?
Hell yeah.
You need Stupidox. Stupidox focuses on what makes you most stupid and eliminates it, so you can go through life not feeling like a dumbass. Prescription Stupidox comes from a substance that fell to Earth in a meteor. Some side effects may occur with taking Stupidox. Those side effects are nausea, vertigo, claustrophobia, and intense attraction to B. Arthur. Some users have sworn that a leprechaun named Trevor visited them in their sleep and force-fed them Pop Rocks. Do not operate heavy machinery, remote controls, or go anywhere near a microwave. And seriously, stay away from the microwave. Stupidox. Get rid of your stupid. Today. What's going on, Empire? This is Stupid Talking Stupid on the DVM Production Empire. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear, and we read the stupid so you don't have to.
Yeah.
Fair warning. I'm extra stupid today.
Super stupid.
Because
Nope.
I'm on a good amount of painkillers.
Yep, and we're going to tell you why later on.
I will go into detail, so it'll be very graphic.
Yep, later on.
So that will be our close encounter for the day.
Yep.
So if you are not a fan of hearing about terrible things,
If you're squeamish.
Yeah, if you're squeamish, don't listen to it. But if you're kind of curious and want to be like, what are we doing about how squeamish?
How squeamish just be.
Don't eat lunch while listening to this podcast.
There you go.
Or dinner. You can eat breakfast, but not lunch or dinner. Because you can eat breakfast whenever the fuck you want. This is America. Okay. And if you're listening elsewhere, America breakfast by proxy.
There you go.
Breakfast anyway. I believe it was the 11th commandment that said, let there be bacon and eggs and toast.
Oh, sure.
Maybe a glass of beer just to get rid of the hangover. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, I like orange juice.
So we got a bunch of food stupids.
Food stupid.
Some foopids, if you will.
Oh.
Even if you won't. I already said it. So we're going to start off with, I don't know if it's a good idea, if it's a bad idea. Regardless, it's stupid, so we're going to talk about it. What's your go-to gift when you're going to someone's wedding? Like you're invited, they got a nice little sit-down meal. It's not the fanciest wedding you've ever been to, but it's not, hey, we got this catered by Qdoba.
Well, first of all, that would be a great idea.
I know.
Wedding.
Trust me, I'm 100% behind that idea. If someone has a Qdoba catered wedding, I'm there.
Yeah.
If you don't know what Qdoba is, just imagine Chipotle, but actually really, really, really good. Suck at Chipotle.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I mean, I like it, but
I don't.
It's just,
given the opportunity, I would rather go to Qdoba.
Oh, well, yeah, 100%. Hands down. It's nice. They got a Qdoba, 10 minutes from here.
Damn right. My go-to gift has always been a Bed Bath & Beyond gift card. I do $100 gift card.
Okay.
Because you're supposed to do like $50.
$50 a person. Yeah.
So you bring a date, it's a $100 gift card. Because they would rather, honestly, they'd rather get cash, I'm sure.
I just write a check.
Yeah.
I write a check, put it in there, I'm like, listen, get what you want. Who am I to say you need to spend this at Home Depot?
I just, there's so many different things at Bed Bath & Beyond.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's what
But I think it's more of maybe 10 years ago. I think 10 years ago I did do a Bed Bath & Beyond gift card before. But since then I've gone to just checks because everyone can buy shit online nowadays, and it's like you can find it cheaper online.
True.
So just
True.
give them the money, and then they can shop for themselves. It's like the one time where it's okay to give someone cash as a gift, and it's not like you're giving them cash. Like yeah,
I think it's always okay to give cash if you want to give cash.
like if it's your best friend's birthday, you're gonna be like, listen, I didn't get you anything. Here's some cash.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great gift. Yeah.
I mean, as long as it's like a worthwhile amount. Like you're giving,
I got you $24.
like my grandma. It's like $12.
I wrote you a $7 check.
Yeah, you sure you cash that now, and don't spend it all on nickel candy.
I don't even think. Well, you might be able to find nickel candy somewhere.
I don't know.
You have to go to a candy store and get it from like a bulk bin, but
Yeah.
I got 3 M&Ms. I got some. Well, it'll be 5 cents. Nickel candy. Gotcha.
Got it.
So you just go with the gift card for the Bed Bath &
Yes.
Beyond. Well, now, in a move that's similar to our friend Cody, just got married, and they had a registry that was kind of like you could pay for the honeymoon, but in ways that it broke it down. So like you could pay $40 for this gift, and that counts as the wine at the dinner the first night.
Yeah.
Like they broke it down in ways where, like, oh, this makes a lot more sense. They want a nice, I believe it was in Italy.
Yeah.
They wanted a nice honeymoon in Italy. Like the trip was paid for, but they like the flight and the hotel was paid for. But like the meals and the tours and stuff like that, people could purchase those. So instead of giving them some ladles and a soup set, you can give them a tour of a winery.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic idea. Giving someone money for a specific thing that will help them.
And they want.
Well, that last part.
Oh.
We're going to change that last part. This is definitely something that you could buy for someone, and it's a gift card type thing. Domino's Pizza has created their own wedding registry.
Yeah.
So now, instead of giving your friends a thoughtful and meaningful gift, or maybe even money that they could use in whatever situation they see fit, you can buy them a gift card for Domino's Pizza. It's a way of saying, I love you, ish.
I was gonna say, I hate you.
Yeah.
Now have substandard pizza. What are the denominations? Like,
Well, let me tell you. They even have fun names for them.
oh.
They have the 2 a.m. bachelor party feast for $60. Or 2 p.m. There's no wrong time to eat a bunch of pizza.
Oh, you crazy Domino's.
You could cater the bachelorette party for $60. Dance like someone ordered pizza. For $25, it's called the wedding night. Just in case they don't eat any of the delicious wedding food, or even if they do and just get hungry later. To be fair, though, I've been to weddings that they have 2 food services.
Oh, I love that.
Like, they have the meal,
Yeah.
and then a few hours later, they're like, okay, we also have more food because we know you've been doing nothing but drinking nonstop for the last 4 hours.
The last wedding
Aunt
I
Susan
went
got
to,
turned.
The second to last wedding I went to, my friend Amanda, it was Amanda Zeman's wedding. They did the fancy dinner, and then at 11, they brought in sliders.
Nice.
So that was cool and considerate.
We have the Dancing with My Slice package for $100. When Domino's shows up at the end of the reception, it's going to be epic.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Can we stop doing that?
No, everything is epic.
Either the things are epic or they're killer. I went to Carrabba's. I went on a date.
Insane.
And the lady who was our server, she made a comment. She said, the fried mozzarella is killer. And I said, it's killer? And she's like, it's killer. I'm thinking, what could they have done to it to make it killer?
Because a toddler ate it yesterday and choked to death on it.
Right. But fried mozzarella is good no matter what. Don't get me wrong.
You can still screw that up.
Sometimes.
I've had a bad mozzarella stick.
Okay. Well, it's because it wasn't cooked long enough, or
the breading was bland. It didn't taste like anything. The cheese was you could tell it was low grade. The marinara was just wet and red.
Yeah.
Like it didn't have flavor to it.
But my whole thing was, all right, give us the killer mozzarella, and it was sure just mozzarella.
My least favorite description ever was I was at a Hooters in Florida, so I'm already setting myself up for failure here.
Oh, Florida.
I asked them, how are the fried pickles? Oh, bomb.com.
Oh, shut up.
Mm-hmm.
You're the worst.
Mm-hmm. And she was. It was the worst service I've ever had.
Bomb.com, you get put on a watch list.
Exactly, but their pickles are amazing.
Pickles are amazing.
She fucking forgot the fried pickles.
Oh.
Yeah, after the setup.
Maybe she didn't order them.
It was maybe it was a really long fuse.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything has to be. No one can just say, "Oh yeah, this is pretty good."
It's really good.
Everything is epic.
It's epic.
The best ever. This breaks the internet.
Or the Christian Jimmy says,
shut it down.
Your granola isn't epic. It's just fucking granola.
Yeah, people are out of control with the descriptors. But hold on, there's more gifts you can get at this the registry. The registry. We have the one more slice.
My watch just told me that I had too much inactive time. Time to get on my feet. You watch. You don't run me. Anyway, go ahead.
Sounds like it does.
It doesn't.
We have the one more slice before I do package for $45. You can recharge the whole wedding party while tying ties, coordinating updos, and taking a billion photos.
The one more slice before you say I do. It's kind of like, yeah, fuck this pizza.
Yeah.
Before
Listen,
you're not allowed to anymore.
I'm only going to have cheese pizza the rest of my life. I'm going to fuck this Hawaiian. Oh, it's so exotic.
Oh, my God.
We have the Married But Chill package for $15. Hashtag TBT to when they got married. Hashtag NBD, just like the best day ever. There's a marketing person somewhere that needs to die.
I was going to say, is it bad that I'm wishing death on the marketing person?
We have the Thank You Cardathon for $30. Hand cramping. Need more pizza.
Are there periods?
Yes.
Shit. God, I hate Domino's.
We have
I hate you, Domino's.
It doesn't get better. We have the post-honeymoon adjustment to real life for $25. In all caps. Because washing dishes is the worst. What, you just going to eat over the sink?
Take that. Take that, washing dishes. Got 'em.
Then we have an excuse not to cook for $20. They'll thank you.
Where's the giving up on life?
For some reason, they didn't have that on here.
Need less pizza.
Trying to get back into shape after the divorce. We have our salads.
I'm so tired of, restaurants,
Hold on, we got 2 more packages.
Oh, my God, there's 2 more.
We have the Bust Out the Fine China for $25. Their pizza will look exquisite. But what happened to because washing dishes is the worst? It's the same price, but it's a different package. And then we have our low-key date night for $30. Cheesy pizza to pair with their cheesy movies.
Are you done?
Are they done is the question. Are you done, Domino's?
That is terrible.
I want to use the tracker on the website to find out how long until they fucking quit.
I'm tired of these, substandard places trying to be all super fancy. If you drive by a White Castle right now, you can see then they're taking reservations for Valentine's Day.
I mean, they've done that for years, though.
I know, but
I'm pretty sure. I want to say White Castle's probably done that for the better part of the last decade.
Is that a big thing, though? Have you ever been?
I've never been. No. But I mean, it is a thing that they do, and I don't mind that White Castle did it because I think they're one of the first big chains to kind of pull some kind of weird shit like that. And they've been doing it for long enough that you're like, oh, White Castle's doing that thing again. But not everyone's doing it, and you're kind of like, White Castle just catching in on this trend. Like, no.
No, they started it,
No,
don't go there for Valentine's Day.
We know this stuff is stupid.
Ugh.
But we did it as a joke.
Only thing I've ever liked about White Castle is the chicken rings and the fact that the interior of their restaurant resembles a bathroom, so like you're used to it.
Just at home, whether it's coming or going.
Because you're going to be there, so it kind of gets you ready for the coldness of the bathroom.
That's why you order in the drive-thru, bring it home, and just eat it on the toilet.
Jeez. Terrible.
They have a couple of testimonial quotes that I'm hoping are just made up bullshit. But
that would be
some
illegal.
love stories scream fine china. Ours screamed stuffed cheesy bread. It's Jesse R. More like Jesse R. divorced. Thanks, Domino's, for giving me a reason to get married. Besides love, of course. Amanda B. Amanda B. single now. I don't know, man.
That's dumb.
It is so dumb. All this is, and here's the thing.
You do like Subway, give her a footlong before you give her your
6-inch. Give her the party sub. When she goes party sub, she never goes to your nub.
Oh. I like a good party sub.
And these are just gift cards. So you don't even get, like, you're not buying the pizza. You're buying a $30 gift card,
right,
that they can type a code in for online. They even have a frequently asked questions. Frequently, as if people are always asking these questions.
You?
Mm-hmm. Like, is this real? Yes. Yes, 1,000,000 times yes. So I already hate you.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're e-gift cards that the couples can use on Domino's.com. And you're like, well, I want to actually give them a gift at the wedding. Oh, we'll give you a receipt you can print out and put in the card. Because nothing says I love you.
Like a receipt.
Like a receipt.
Congratulations.
To be fair, though.
Here's some shitty fucking pizza.
To be fair.
I told you not to do this.
It is a registry. You have to register for this for people to be like, okay, we'll give you some pizza. If any of my friends, if I'm going to a wedding and they're like, we're also registered on Domino's, I'm not going to give you any gifts. Because clearly the registry is a joke to you. So I'm just not going to play along.
Right.
You clearly don't want or need anything. You just want a party and a fun joke.
Yeah.
Although it would be funny to show up and like, okay, we need a ton of stuff for our houses, but let's also ask for some pizza. Just see what happens. And then everyone gives them pizza. Like,
yeah. And they get nothing of substance.
So for the first year of their marriage is nothing but Domino's.
I told you not to do this. No, we just had to be funny. Didn't you?
Well, you said you like pizza.
I told you I just wanted some pizza.
Yeah, we got some pizza.
No, we got all pizza. We had 100 people at our wedding, and they all gave us $60.
Yeah, but now we don't. Now we don't need to buy a couch because we use the boxes to make a couch. So, thanks. Let's say thanks to your side of the family because they gave us the furniture.
I'm gonna murder you in your sleep with a piece of pizza.
I'm sorry, I'm not registered for that. Although they really should get like another wing of that page and have a divorce registry.
Yeah.
Hey, gonna be single forever? $300.
$300 card for, oh god.
This
the worst is because like even like as far as bad pizza goes, that's not the worst. Like I had Pizza Hut for like the first time like a month ago, and I was just like, I don't know why I ever liked this.
The Pizza Hut around here sucks.
Yeah.
I remember when I first moved in the area, I was like, I'm going to order the Domino's, the Pizza Hut, and the Papa John's, just to see what they got going on here. Because you might find, the good Domino's.
Yeah. No.
Don't have it. I don't eat Domino's, Pizza Hut, or Papa John's pretty much anymore because they all suck in this area.
I will go to It's worse because I'll drive there because of whatever, but I will drive to the Kmart on Gary because they have Little Caesars. And you can get Little Caesars for $5.
The hot and readies?
Yes. And I'll eat the crap out of those. Those are pretty good. I just wish you didn't have to go get them.
Can you have a Kmart registry and ask for Little Caesars?
You can.
Well, there you go. I'm going to have a birthday registry. I don't want anything from Kmart except for hot and readies. So you have to give me money.
$60? That's a lot. It's a lot of pizza.
You got hot and ready and cold and waiting for leftovers. But yeah, this is just, they create an entire website to sell gift cards. You know, I will say this, kudos to their marketing team for finding a way to get a bunch of free advertising out of this.
Yeah.
But at the same time, fuck you.
Yeah.
I hate you so much. So Domino's spokesperson, Jenny Foraker, which I guess is a real name, she said, Valentine's Day is right around the corner, so we wanted to give recently engaged couples that are passionate about pizza the chance to register for something they both truly love as much as their partner. If you were marrying someone and you loved them as much as you love Domino's Pizza, how long would that marriage last? You have to, because she says you love them just as much as your partner. You love this pizza as much as your partner. So if you personally were marrying someone that you loved as much as Domino's Pizza, how long would that relationship last?
We would not get married.
Okay.
It would not happen.
She goes on to say, choosing wedding gifts can be a daunting process, especially if couples can't agree on what to register for. Our registry aims to bring couples together over their shared love of pizza. Their service targets couples that prefer delicious melty cheese to crystal gravy boats. Who the fuck is getting a crystal gravy boat? And like what? On one hand, we can get a crystal gravy boat. On the other hand, we can get pizza.
Honestly, I take pizza.
Yeah.
Because
between those two.
That's
but
the whole thing.
Why is that the spectrum? You can either have crystal gravy boat or greasy pizza. Why can't I get a coffee maker? Nope. It's gotta be crystal or it's gotta be shit. Can't be in between.
I don't know. But don't buy people freaking crystal gravy boats.
Well, don't register for it.
I know people will buy it anyway. They're going to need a gravy boat.
Yeah, but a crystal one. Give me one of the.
Nice. It's a wedding.
Give me a dishwasher safe, hard plastic one for all I give a fuck. Pizza, that is. I want a dishwasher safe pizza. But yeah, I mean, they've had. This is not the stupidest thing Domino's have done. They even did the. You remember, they did an ad campaign a few years ago talking about how much their pizza sucked. Like, yeah, well, our pizza is bad.
Yeah, our pizza was bad, and then we had somebody to come in and make it good.
Then we decided, let's start using real food in this.
Well, let's talk about for a second about how these people do. Olive Garden, their food got a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because someone a long time ago, they had an efficiency expert come in. And the efficiency expert said, your pots will last a lot longer if you don't use salt.
I was jokingly going to say, what, they decided to add salt to the food?
Yeah. That's really what they did. They put salt in their pasta when they cooked it, which is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And it tastes better now. So, I'm sorry.
With this one secret trick we have.
Ancient Chinese secret, huh?
Yeah, they've also tried drone delivery in New Zealand. But wedding registry. That's someone high up in the company that knows what the fuck they're doing. But someone high up in another company no longer knows what he's doing. And America is losing the top fortune cookie writer. Can you believe it?
No.
Yes, it's true.
I think he would have known that it was coming.
So for the past 30 years, you may think, man, all these fortune cookies are pretty high quality. They seem to be fresh, getting new ones all the time. Pretty much every single one of them, when you end it with in bed, they're fantastic. But Donald Lau has served as the chief fortune writer at Wonton Foods for the past 30 years. And Wonton Foods is the largest manufacturer of fortune cookies, noodles, and other Chinese staples in the U.S. But he's stepping down because he is suffering from writer's block.
What?
Yes, he's no longer got it in his repertoire to write these. He used to write upwards of 100 fortunes a year, right? Now he's lucky to write 2 to 3 a month.
First of all, okay, so they've gone downhill to begin with.
Yeah, man.
Even before, because sometimes they don't even say it's like fortune. Sometimes it's just advice. That's not a fortune,
Right, and I've found out through the research on this that they actually have different categories for fortunes. Of all the fortunes, they have a catalog of about 10,000 fortunes, of which at any given time about a quarter of them are in circulation.
Okay.
I don't know why you gotta rotate your fortunes. If you got 10,000,
Because you keep getting the same cookie, you're going to start to get pissed.
right? So you're gonna put 2,500 out there instead of 10,000.
Well, what are the odds? The 1 in 2,500 chance that you're going to get a repeat? That's not bad.
Yeah, but 1 in 10,000 seems like it's a little bit harder to get a repeat. I remember I
They
went.
got to print them all.
I went to Panda Express with my ex, and we each got fortunes that were different that said the exact same thing. They used different words to pretty much say the exact same. It was something about it raining or something.
Right.
But I'm like, you guys, you're saying the same thing. You just changed a few words. What the fuck, man? It's like two people are arguing. I was like, I think it's better if you say it this way. No, it's better this way. Fuck it, print them both. What are the odds that people are going to get them?
To this day, my favorite has always been The Simpsons, the fortune cookie, where he gets the fortune cookie and he's wondering if he should cheat on Marge. And he opens it up and he goes, "You will find happiness with a new love." And he's like, "Oh." Then they go in the back and the two guys are there. And he goes, "Oh, we are out of, you will find happiness with a new love, fortune cookies." And the guy goes, "Open up the stick with your wife, Beryl."
It's funny because the company has had issues with fortunes in the past.
Yeah.
There was once a jilted wife that wrote a complaint because her husband had gotten a fortune promising him romance on his next business trip. So this is not, that whole thing with Homer is not exactly a stretch.
Right. But they always do the numbers, and then on the back they try to teach you like a word in Chinese.
Yeah, they have different categories of the fortunes. Like obviously they just refer to this sheet of paper as like, this is the fortune in the fortune cookie. But it's no longer just giving you fortunes.
Yeah.
They have, so last year they implemented 600 new fortunes. Ooh. But 150 of those were in the fortune-telling category. Other categories include humor, motivational sayings, riddles, and translated Chinese idioms. They also have things like where they're given the lucky numbers, which actually brought them into a bit of hot water back in 2005. I don't know if you heard about this before, but in 2005, a 110 Powerball lottery players won about $19 million after they all used the lucky numbers on the back of the fortunes.
Jesus.
Yeah, so they had to investigate. They investigated the fortune cookies to figure out if there was like a man on the inside, if there was some kind of a rigging thing. But you know, they can't really blame them for just picking a bunch of random ass numbers.
No.
I mean, it's the same as when people play the numbers from Lost. They didn't win the jackpot, but I think they won. I think a bunch of people won a little bit of money because they played the Lost numbers. It's like, well, what do you expect? People are going to play. You know, if it's a popular thing, people are going to play it.
Yeah.
People will play fortune cookie numbers. If it worked once, well, it could happen again.
You never know.
So, they had this thing where they were actually running brutally honest fortunes, and people got a little upset. One of them was saying something like, "Today is a disastrous day. If you can't beat them, join them." Another one is, "It's over your head now. Time to get some professional help."
Wow.
Yeah. This is all the same company.
Pretty preachy coming from a cookie.
Yeah, right. One person said that they, I mean, this is a blogger that said this, so you can tell, you can feel the pretentiousness. They put, they got the professional help one. They said, "I shot the audacious baked item a dirty look and proceeded to eat it, and I hope it hurt."
Weird.
I mean, okay, listen.
It'd be weird if you got one that's like, "You'll die cold and alone, bear."
Yeah.
It's like, oh God.
The marketing coordinator at the time said they didn't want to insult anyone, but he just asked his team of freelance writers to come up with some new messages.
Yeah.
Like, sorry.
Hey guys, put down the fork, fatty. That one didn't go over very well.
Ooh, I got one.
All right.
Always believe in yourself.
Okay.
Unless yourself sucks.
Oh, you were halfway there.
Okay.
Why don't we just cut off the unless yourself sucks? Always believe in yourself.
No, we used to do that kind of stuff. You said you wanted different.
We want uplifting. We want happy.
Happy. Ooh, okay, I got one.
Yeah, you don't have to raise your hand. Just
okay.
Say it.
If you want to be happy, do cocaine.
Yeah, no. We shouldn't be advocating for the use of drugs.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Then I got one.
Okay, put your hand down.
Okay, I want you to know that I'm the one talking.
There's 3 of us in this room.
Well, I know, but it's rude not to raise your hand.
Including me.
It's rude not to, got to raise your hand.
It's okay.
Okay. If you want to be happy, have someone else give you drugs.
We're gonna up your drug test. I didn't know.
What?
Yeah, we're gonna.
No.
We're gonna have you drug
bullshit.
tested. I know.
thought this was America.
Spontaneous drug testing.
No.
Something tells me we're gonna find cocaine.
No. These cookies, man.
Any other suggestions?
If your job sucks, kill your boss.
I'm sorry. Can you please raise your hand?
Oh, sorry. I got one.
Nobody? Okay. The meeting's over.
Damn it! Can you imagine open a fortune cookie and it says, "Plan for the best, but prepare for the worst"? That makes me think what I ate wasn't just food.
Yeah.
Like, if you open a fortune cookie and it's just like,
possibly
are you sure that was chicken?
It might be people.
Are you allergic to peanuts?
Why is it telling me how to... Why is it telling me how to say cannibal in Chinese?
I don't know. It's just giving me a bunch of lucky numbers, though.
Your lucky numbers are 4.
Repeating. Just 4 a bunch of times.
Just 4. Okay.
The one of the spokesperson for Wanton said that when it comes to the fortunes, they can't be offensive. They've got to be positive, and they have to be rated G. It's the vice president for sales, Derek Wong, said that. But as customers requested more fortunes with actual predictions rather than cryptic sayings, the writers decided to get crazy with it. And that's when they got a bunch of negative ones like, oh, you want some real shit? Well, guess what? Life sucks and your dog's going to die tomorrow. What? But this is how you say banana.
Oh. Gene-cha. That's not how you say banana.
No. It could be.
It
I don't know.
We'll just say this.
Yeah, Gene-cha.
Gene-cha split. Gene-cha, not muffin.
Yeah. He's saying that it's very hard to come up with fortunes, and some people may not like them. Well, yeah, you have...
Some people don't always agree with it, Cookie.
You have the Debbie Downer cookies. Of course, people are going to be upset. Another one's, perhaps you've been focusing too much on yourself. Linda. You didn't even ask before you said your mom can move in with us. We have a studio apartment. Where's she going to go?
You can find some.
But he said he characterized the fortunes as cautious rather than negative.
There's one that says, only listen to this fortune cookie, disregard all other fortune-telling units. Never give up unless defeat arouses that girl in accounting.
Your luck is just not there. Attend to practical matters today. Oh, okay, so nothing's going to go my way.
There you go.
Just going to put my head down and go back to work where I suffer from crippling depression. Because my wife left me after all we received for our wedding was a bunch of e-gift cards for Domino's.
Yeah. Thanks. The end is near and it's all your fault.
So, Karen Turnbull, 33, is an education software designer in Austin, Texas, said that her fiancé had been warned about a disastrous day when they celebrated their engagement at the Chinese restaurant where they had their first date.
Yikes.
So I was like, hey, we're celebrating our engagement. Let's go back to where we first met and all this fun stuff. You open a cookie and it says, run.
Is it good? Help. I'm being held prisoner in a Chinese bakery.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, so he's stepping. So get this, he's making this move. He's stepping down as chief fortune writer.
He just wants to go back to his roots, man.
And handing off the reins to the nephew of the company's founder. His name is James Wong.
Who voted for this guy? I didn't. Substandard cookie fortune from now on.
Like,
what was the other guy's name?
Which one? The original
first guy?
Donald Lau.
Miss Donald Lau. I don't know who this Jared Wong guy is.
James. Exactly. Don't even know his name.
I know. Don't even know his name.
This is the nephew of the founder. Nepotism. Cookie nepotism. See it all the time.
Fortune cookie nepotism.
Happened at Nabisco.
Your lucky numbers are dicks.
That's why Twix is made in two separate factories, the right and the left. Nepotism.
Nepotism. Can't be in the same building.
So he's stepping down as chief fortune writer. What do you think his new role in the company is going to be? You go from chief fortune writer, which is pretty much higher than president.
Is it though?
Chief fortune writer for the past 30 years for the country? You can only be president for like 8.
True.
10 if you have some shenanigans.
He's going to be the new janitor.
Close. He is the chief financial officer.
Yeah, there you go.
Listen, I can't think anymore. I can't do anything right.
Just
I can't
put
write.
me in charge of the finances.
Just give me all of the money, and I'll get. My lucky numbers are. What's my salary? This one.
And my golden parachute. CFW from CFW to CFO.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to think, though, that there'd be 30 years, though, as chief fortune writer. You could probably do a lot of your work in about an hour. and the rest of the day you just kind of chill and do nothing.
By the way, they make 4.5 million cookies a day.
Yeah, I know, but he's not like...
And there's only 2,500 fortunes in rotation.
Yeah, he doesn't have to write it out right then. I mean, he's really...
He's sitting there on a super tiny typewriter. All right, done. Okay, is there any way you can speed this up? The cookies are flying off.
The cookies come to me, not the other way around. You'll need to learn this, James. If you want to be me.
I don't. My uncle just gave me a job.
James, stop.
I didn't even finish college.
What are my... You didn't finish college, and what are my lucky numbers?
I don't know. H?
James, come on.
Triangle.
Ooh, different.
Three-sided.
Starting to sound like Mr. Sulu a little bit. Oh.
Oh, my.
Oh, my.
Oh, my lucky numbers are... Is it racist you went to Mr. Sulu when we're talking about these?
I'm sorry. Anyway.
Yeah, he goes 100 fortunes a year, and I was like, I can do 2 to 3 a month. That's like, he's got to be making salary.
Not hourly. I just don't know.
I got paid 14 cents last year. I wrote 3 fortunes a month.
But he's got.
We can't raise a family on 3 fortunes a month.
Writer's block.
Okay,
That's what cracks me up.
You're writing 1,000 a year for 30 years. That's not that many fortunes. 100 a year. 100 per year.
For 30 years.
I mean, if it was 100 a month, I mean, yeah, okay. You probably burnt out.
I'm telling you, a lot of days are just sitting around playing Tetris. About one of these fortunes, yeah? All it says is dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's a rough draft.
It's a Russian cookie. It's actually pronounced the
cookie that goes in a cookie and it goes in another smaller cookie.
Yeah, like you know how we fit all the cookies in the bag? You're welcome. How much
need a vacation.
Oh, what's going on, Don?
It's just not coming to me.
What's going on, Don? Talk to me, man.
I tried to write a fortune the other day.
Yeah?
And I was like, he who doesn't take the horse by the reins, taco.
Oh, see, there you go. Yeah, I can see it, man.
I'm having problems finishing.
I get it. You know, I mean, tacos are delicious, and it's hard not to think about them.
True.
But a man in your position, the power you have,
the power I wield,
you can't just write all willy nilly.
How about this one?
Okay, lay it on me.
Time is of the essence.
That's great. That's a fantastic one. I believe that can fit in a cookie perfectly.
Your lucky numbers are 4, 8, 15, 22, 36, 42. And then we'll put ice cream on the back. Chinese word. I don't know. I need another job.
Well, what's the next logical step?
I think I'll be CFO.
Oh, okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Put me in charge of the finances. I'm ready to go.
Now, do you think he got...
You know how I found out that I was going to do that?
How?
The fortune told me in the cookie.
That you wrote?
I don't know who wrote it.
It just says, I quit.
It says, I quit. I want to be CFO.
Now, do you think he got a raise to be CFO, or he took a pay cut to be CFO?
I don't know. How much
They didn't disclose how much he made. He's got to be making 6 figures as the chief fortune writer.
Shut up. You think so?
For 30 years, you are the head writer. I mean, it's not like... The head writer at SNL is like, man, one day I'm going to be able to write on the fortune cookie.
Oh, man.
Because really, he's probably fucking amazing at Twitter. For the past 30 years, he's been cookie tweeting.
This guy's Twitter's on point.
And
Never uses the whole characters, and always tells us our lucky numbers.
he sends out a tweet, and then he responds to it with lucky numbers. I don't get it. He's got to be making six figures.
He's got to be. Why do it that long? You know.
Why not? If the inspiration's there,
And the money is. That's what I'm saying.
yeah. I mean, you could be on a soap opera for 20 years and be like, "Listen, I don't feel it anymore, but I got to do it."
But I want to be the caterer now.
The chief financial caterer.
There you go.
But speaking of making six figures, do you like Flaming Hot Cheetos?
No.
Okay, well then we're just gonna skip this story. Okay. Do you like foods that look like famous people or things?
I have heard that people have found potato chips that resemble Jesus.
Yeah, we got the potato Jesus.
A potato that looks like Gandhi.
There's the grilled cheese that looked like
Jesus. Grilled cheeses.
Grilled cheeses. A crustless cheeses. But we have people tend to find foods and they say, "Oh, this kind of looks like a bunny rabbit." Isn't that neat? And then they eat it because they're not insane. But then some people get a bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
And they're eating them. And they find one and they say, you know who this looks like?
Who does it look like?
This Flaming Hot Cheeto.
This one.
Kind of looks like Harambe.
I voted for him for president.
This is amazing. Everyone's got to know about this.
You should sell it.
No, come on, dude. No one's gonna buy this.
Throw it up on eBay.
All right, I'll throw it on eBay.
We'll take the money and we'll go on a Disney cruise.
You son of a bitch. But yeah, this seller in a sale that has been verified by eBay to be a legitimate sale.
Oh God.
They put a Harambe-shaped Flaming Hot Cheeto online. They opened the bidding on January 28th at $11.99.
Okay.
All right. You can get a standard 8.3 ounce bag of Flaming Hot Cheetos from Target for about $2.50. So they're already looking to more than quadruple their money. Mind you, $11.99 and free shipping. That's where they get you.
Sure.
How many bids do you think it took to sell this one Cheeto that has a resemblance to Harambe hanging out on a tree? How many bids? Not how much. How many bids?
Well, I know how much.
So, how many people starting at $11.99? So every bid has to be higher.
Right. I'd say 5,000.
Okay, that's way too many.
Okay.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
132 bids later, the auction was closed on February 7th at 3:45 in the morning. For the total price, free shipping, mind you, so, saving a bunch of money.
Okay.
Closing price, $99,900. $99,900 US.
We'll say roughly $100,000.
So approximately $100,000, as much as you can get for writing fortunes.
I've been wasting my time. I should have been looking in Cheeto bags. This one looks like Obama.
So the seller listed the item as Gorilla Hot Cheetos, rare, one-of-a-kind Cheetos, Harambe Gorilla.
Rare. Like, there's another one somewhere.
We'll get to that in a second.
Oh, no.
But yeah, eBay confirmed that it's valid and it's available for purchase. And they sold it for $99,900. So they have the picture. It's Harambe in a tree, and then the gorilla-shaped Cheeto side by side. It measures about 1.5 inches tall, I guess.
Sure.
But yeah, it actually sold after 132 bids. Now the seller, I looked into the seller. They have 356 ratings with 100% positive feedback.
Oh, there you go.
They've been on eBay since 2008.
Well, you're selling off Cheetos that look like things. You got to keep it real. You got to keep it.
Yeah, so like
legit.
you think maybe this has got to be some kind of a bullshit account, but no, this is a real account that's been around for almost a decade, and 100% positive feedback after hundreds of sales, and they're like, all right, the scam is complete. Guys, I'm legit. I'm going to go ahead and sell my Cheeto for a house.
Right.
I want a small house or a really nice car.
You just imagine sitting there watching the bids go up. Like the minute
as the seller, or you just
seller.
Yeah. I'm gonna put this on sale for $12.
It's like, what's it at right now? $100. Can you believe that?
What? No way, dude.
Oh,
That's
probably as far as it's gonna
There's
go.
no way, man. $100. That's crazy.
I can't believe it.
We're gonna get so many bags of Cheetos out of this.
I know. We're gonna look for other. Dude, hey, where's it at now? $10,000. What?
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's at $10,000.
No, it's not.
I know.
Let me see.
Here you go.
What the fuck?
I don't know. They really want this Cheeto.
Do they think it's an actual gorilla? Like, you listed it as just the Cheeto, right?
Mm-hmm. No, I told them.
Well, shit. I don't know, man. Harambe for life.
Cut to the middle of the night.
Yeah, hello? What's up?
It's at $60,000.
What's that $60,000?
Harambe Cheeto.
Dude, what?
$60,000.
Like,
And it's
6
still going up.
and then 4 zeros.
Yes.
And then the decimal point?
And then the 2 more zeros.
What the fuck, man?
I don't know.
Are you doing this?
I'm not doing it.
It's not even April 1st, man. You can't do this right now.
Cut to like Saturday night. You're at the date. You're on a date. Dude! It's at $85,000.
What?
That Cheeto.
What is?
That Harambe Cheeto.
What about it?
$85,000.
$85,000 for a fucking Cheeto?
We're buying so many shots tonight.
Drinks on him and Harambe.
Ah.
My head is spinning right now. Because I was closing my eyes and really getting into that.
Yeah.
And
It's no good.
These drugs are powerful.
It probably ends up calling them $99,000.
$99,900. It's like, you couldn't get 100?
I know, right?
Fucking pussy. I wonder if they just ended the sale. Like, it's 3:45 in the morning on a Tuesday. They're like, no, just stop it. Because out of 132 bids, some of those have to be trolls. Because the worst thing that could happen to your account, if you put in a bid and then you don't follow through with it, you get a strike on your account. You're like, oh no. But I mean, this is a real fucking sale.
You talk to somebody and being like, it's like talking to his financial advisor. He's like, so you want $100,000 for what?
For sales investing and stuff.
Okay.
Things.
Well, what exactly? I mean, we can do that for you. What exactly do you want to invest in?
I would like to get a cornerstone on the next truck that's delivering Flaming Hot Cheetos. I need to re-up my investment.
Okay. But so you want to buy a bunch of Cheetos?
Yes, because listen, if you buy stock in gold and then gold pays off,
yeah,
you buy more gold. So I'm buying what makes me money.
Okay. So you want to look for more Cheetos that look like things.
I got a cornerstone on the market. I'm clearly the guy. You know, if you sell a painting, all of a sudden everyone wants your work.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be a Cheeto curator.
You don't make the Cheeto look like it.
No, they come naturally, but I found it.
Oh, okay.
And finders keepers. So
how much have you made off of this?
$99,900.
I'm in.
But this leads us to a fantastic, fun little game.
Oh.
We have an over-under situation going on here.
Over-under.
In the suggested, the people were also interested in category. We have people who are trying to cash in on this phenomenon. 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 So what we have here is I'm going to give you the name of the person selling the item,
okay,
the description that they wrote of the item. I'm not going to do the full description, just kind of like what it is.
Okay.
And then I'm going to give you a price. I want you to say if they listed it as over or under that listed price.
Okay.
All right. So the first item coming from Cutthroat Sinatra.
Okay.
We have what is semi-clearly labeled as a screenshot of these two items.
Okay.
It is a screenshot of the original Harambe with a comparison. It's a screenshot that's for sale.
Got it.
Over under starting price $500.
Wait. So you're not buying it? You're buying a screenshot?
Exactly. They are listing a screenshot. So did they list it at over or under $500?
Over.
Ding, 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 ding.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because they can. If the original sold for almost $100,000, what do you think they listed the screenshot at? $10,000.
But you don't really you get a piece of paper.
It's a screenshot. You might just get it emailed to you.
Are you they're just hoping that someone's dumb?
Yep. People are dumb all the time.
Oh, I know.
Like if you go online, you're like, oh man, this chair is only $4. I wonder why. You get it home. Oh, it's for a doll set.
Right.
Oh. But it looks so detailed. Yeah, that's why it's 4, not 3.
Duh.
Okay, so now we have from Fairy Nice Things, we have a rare one-of-a-kind Harambe Cheeto. Mind you, it's rare and one-of-a-kind. Totally like the rare one-of-a-kind one that just sold for $100,000.
Right.
We have the rare one-of-a-kind Harambe Cheeto. It's a different pose, though. Over under, starting price, $7,500. Now remember, the original starting price was $12.
Right.
So this one, $7,500 over or under.
Under. Oh my god.
Original price listed at $10,000. Another $10,000 one. Coming up now, we have Gearhounds listing a rare one-of-a-kind Harambe Cheeto. I think you can understand where I'm going with this.
I do.
Over under $2,500.
Over.
Damn
it.
99 cents.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, you know, the price that you would probably list a Cheeto at. Now we have... this one was probably my favorite one. We have from Louis 347, we have a drawing of the original comparison picture. Not even done that well.
That's great. A drawing.
Sketch
it out.
It's a drawing of the picture that they used to list the original one. a drawing over under starting price $100.
Over. God damn it.
It's $10.
Oh.
$10 for an original drawing.
Well, that guy.
The only place,
very highly of his work.
the only place that says it's the original drawing is actually on the drawing itself, so you can still trick people.
1 of 5. It's like, damn it.
And now we have this person who's just kind of like, oh, I can get in on this too. Cardmonger123 lists Gorilla Baked Cheetos. Over under $10.
Over. Damn it.
$5.99 for Gorilla Baked Cheetos. You have gotten 1 out of 5 correct.
I got 2.
You did not.
I thought I got 2.
You got 1.
Oh.
The very first one.
Okay. I guess where I got 2.
I'm going to give you 2.
I think you're impaired.
I am 100% impaired. I'm going to go ahead and give you 2 because I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way, you failed.
I did. That's okay.
But now for a bonus one, just because it's awesome. It's not even a bonus one. I just want to tell you about this.
Okay.
A guy that is listing a screenshot of the original one. It's actually, let me take that back. It is a screenshot of one of the knockoffs of one of the original one. He is listing it at $463. Where he got that price, we may never know.
The market dictates.
But what's great is the people that are selling screenshots have sample written all over it, so their screenshot can't be stolen. I mean, they're selling it, right?
Yeah.
This person with the name Segundo Pague 2012 is selling a screenshot that says sample Franco Benz on it. So they're selling a stolen screenshot of someone else's sale. It's like
sure
3 or 4 degrees of assholery. And I don't know if I'm sad or impressed, but this is the kind of stuff that people do. Oh, there's been a sale on something ridiculous. Let's all cash in on it.
And let's take a picture of it. That's literally all it is.
We have people selling
You're not going to get the actual thing. You will get a screenshot for $10,000. It's where I can't remember what movie it was a long time ago when some guy got arrested for selling Lincoln Memorial engravings for $99. You'd pay $99. They would send you the Lincoln Memorial engraving, and it was a penny.
I mean, that's just creative sales techniques.
That is, because whatever. But
the old give a penny, take a penny.
That's right.
Yeah.
Take a whole lot of pennies.
But yeah, that's it for our main stories.
Oh, it's time to get to the.
Nope.
Yeah.
I have a couple things we need to bring up first. Because there's a pig that was terrorizing the Forest Grove police in Oregon.
Okay.
There was 3 separate instances. I gotta look because they have it listed amongst all the other real crimes of things happening. So I gotta find
blotter.
Yeah. So let's see. Okay, November 17th, police looked for a little black pig reportedly running down 16th Avenue from Cedar. They were unable to find it. The next night, November 18th, a citizen reported a pig in the bushes near 17th Avenue, likely related to the call the previous day. Officers located the pig, however, it eluded capture. Finally, November 19th, 2 more calls came in reporting the loose pig, one from an off-duty sheriff's sergeant. Officers again attempted to locate it without success. So now this pig is on the loose. It is running around.
Amok.
It is running amok. All right, so now we get to February, and they finally announced on Facebook that they have apprehended the pig. And I wanted to talk about it because they have a joint task force that actually captured this pig. And this pig has an amazing name.
They have T-shirts that says "Pigs Chasing Pigs."
Stop pig on pig violence.
Uh,
No, but he is this pig is named after a famous rapper. I'm gonna give you 3 guesses to try to guess the pig's name.
Piggy Smalls.
Okay, you got the first try.
Piggy Smalls?
Piggy Smalls.
Yes!
It is Piggy Smalls.
I did not read this story ahead of time.
No, but he was
Because
just...
Two Pig was gonna be my next choice.
Okay, then what's your third choice?
Pig Daddy.
And then, well, first he was Piggy, then he was Pig Daddy. And it just kept on changing the name.
And it was P. Iggy.
God damn it. Another story. Is this is kind of like, I don't know how to describe it without being mean. So, a man in Omaha in his early 20s, considered to be a high-level Pokemon Go player.
Well.
I'm sorry. He's the one alleging it. Oh, no, he was the one that has an issue. There's a 41-year-old man who reported to police that he received angry text messages from a younger player about trying to catch Pokemon in his area. This guy is essentially creating a turf war with Pokemon Go. So you don't catch Pokemon in my turf. This is my corner.
It's not like there's a shortage.
There isn't. But he doesn't want people catching Pokemon on his turf. Both of these players are considered high-level players. I have to think, like, if you are a high-level Pokemon Go player, I mean, there's got to be some kind of issue with you. If you're a super, like, if you are a high level, well, you could play it casually and everything. And I understand, like, I used to play it because it was great exercise. I could walk around the neighborhood a few times, take care of some things. But these people who have been playing nonstop gotten to a point where you are threatening people over text message to get out of my area.
That's what I'm doing right now. Don't you try to get a Pikachu in my area.
The thing is, it's not like when the Pokemon shows up in the game, everyone who's around it can catch it. It's not like it shows up and the first person to catch it gets it. It's available to everyone. But this guy's like, no. This is my turf.
I get the Pidgeys around here.
He was harassing for like 2 weeks and threatening violence.
Yeah, he's got other problems.
Yeah.
Pokemon problems, man.
So we're going to do this a little backwards. We're going to do the ray of light real quick.
Okay.
And then we're going to get into the grossness.
Yeah.
So there's a man named Mohammed Bazik that for the past 2+ decades has been a foster father in Los Angeles County. But he's a very special kind of foster father in that he only takes in terminally ill children who have no one to take care of them. So as opposed to them being in a cold hospital room by themselves, he takes them in and cares for them as if they are his own children. He himself had a child who was born with a bone disease. The child is, I believe he's 19 years old now and off in college and doing everything, living his life as best as he can. But Mr. Bazik has been taking care of terminally ill children. He's buried 10 children so far, some of them dying in his arms. But these are kids that are so sick and so far gone that it's pretty much, we need someone to take care of this kid in their final days. And he's the only person in the area that's like, I will take them in, I will treat them like they're my child. And he does. He loves them and cares for them. Like, he does this all personally. I'm sure that he gets the some kind of help financially from the state,
sure,
as you would get for being a foster parent. But no one no one wants to take in these kids. But it's something that he and his wife had done for years. They kind of fell in love with the idea of helping people out. Like, they first were just taking in anyone. But after a while, they realized that they could really do more help with
kids.
Yeah, with the kids that were terminally ill. And, yeah, I'm like, it's a terrible situation, but it's someone that, you know, he says, like, the key to it is you have to love them like they're your own kids. And he does. Like, he's currently taking care of a girl that's blind and deaf, but he's still, you know, giving her, like, he still loves her, gives her, you know, hugs and everything. Like, he treats her like it's his own child. So that way she doesn't feel alone and completely cut off, because I'd imagine essentially being on your deathbed, being blind and deaf,
right?
It's fucking rough mentally. Like, that's got to be some exhausting.
Yeah. And
to have someone that's there, it's not just a nurse or a doctor like taking care of you. It's someone that actually loves you and everything. Right. He's doing something that I wouldn't have the strength to do this.
Right.
Like, the fact that he loves and cares for them as if they're his own kid. He's having 10 of your children die, like some of them dying in your arms. That's
no way.
This man is like a fucking living saint.
Yeah.
His wife passed a couple of years ago because she got a debilitating disease.
Jesus.
And
so now he does it by himself.
So now he does it by himself. His son is off at college. His son that he's taken care of his whole life. They had such a brittle bone disease that just changing his diapers, you could break his bones. He's in a wheelchair. He weighs 65 pounds. He had brittle bone disease and dwarfism. But yeah, he said that Mr. Bezique was never angry about his son's disabilities, and he's loved him all the same, saying that this is the way God created him. And now his son Adam, when he's at home, he goes around on a body skateboard that his father made for him out of a miniature ironing board. So the guy's like,
jeez,
not only taking care of these people, but he's like building things to help them with have a more functional life, if not necessarily an easier life.
Right.
He has, like, the kid has an electric wheelchair, but he can take it around in class, but he can't necessarily use it around the house because, I mean, those chairs are not tiny. But yeah, this guy is an amazing person that's able to take care of all these people for no other reason than just because they deserve it. They deserve to have someone. He doesn't want them to be alone, and they're not alone. And he's a freaking living saint. So, but yeah, that's the end of our ray of lights.
Let's get to the stupid.
Okay, so now we're gonna get into our nice little close encounter.
Hey, when you use knives,
yeah,
do you cut your hand?
Never.
Never?
Never.
Except once.
Okay, so one time.
Yeah. Get a phone call. I'm about ready to go out to the bar. Have a good night. Wednesday night. Hey. Oh, hey, Bear. What's going on?
I'm just trying to cure world hunger over here.
Yeah.
And, walking dogs that need walking and reading to blind kids.
Yeah, what are you really doing?
I'm bleeding profusely from my hand.
Oh, no, why?
Because I chopped part of my finger off.
Dummy.
That's
not food.
I've been diagnosed with a partial finger amputation.
Yeah. So to go to the hospital where Bear was there with a case of Mickey Mouse finger.
Yeah. By the time you got there, they had already wrapped it all up.
Thank God, because I probably would have passed out.
Oh, I passed out.
I don't do blood. Oh, of course you did.
Well,
you were losing blood. You're going to pass out.
We will go over it from the beginning. So I was at work Wednesday, and
that was your first mistake.
We were hit with a rush. Well, that's the thing. Like, I left, and I came back. Like I went to go get stuff. I went to go get tomatoes because we were out of tomatoes, and then I came back
And thought my finger was a tomato.
So I was chopping bacon, of all things, to churn on me.
Never thought that bacon could hurt you.
Yeah, well, heart disease and cutting your fingers off, that's what bacon does to you.
You shut your mouth.
I will still eat it.
Yep.
I got some in my freezer right now. It's going to be cooked and eaten whole. It will not be chopped. So, I'm chopping bacon. I'm usually so paranoid about chopping my fingers, so I'm like paying extra special attention. But when I walked back, the other cook was getting slammed. Like we had all these tickets, and it's a really tiny kitchen. So no matter what, the entire thing is going to take about 45 minutes from start to finish. Right. If we had a big enough kitchen, it'd probably take about 20. But you can only cook a couple things at a time. So I'm trying to work around him and do some other things. And I'm chopping bacon, and I swear it's like the last 2 or 3 chops, and I would have been done with it, and it would have never been an issue. I'm right-handed, so I got the knife in my right hand, and I chop my left index finger. I got part of the nail. It was just on the side of my finger, like the side top. So it wasn't like the fingerprint.
Right.
It was the upper corner of the tip. So I got the tip of the finger and part of the nail. Chopped it clear off. I said all the swear words I knew.
Yeah.
Really loudly. I even apologized to my general manager for them. Like, customers might complain. I said a lot of bad words really loud. So I go over to the sink, and I'm running it under cold water. I got paper towels, and I'm holding on to it. I'm just like,
It's the worst.
Yeah, I'm in a world of pain. I'm just not saying anything.
World of pain at the world of beer.
Mm-hmm. So it's not gushing blood, but it's a bleeding. So it's going, and a couple people are like trying to. One of the girls comes up with the first aid kit. She's like, "Okay, I got all this, I got this," and like no one really knows how bad it is because I'm not gonna look at it. I'm covering it. I'm like freaking out a little bit, and I'm like,
takes it off.
I'm kind of holding my breath because I'm like, if I don't breathe, it won't hurt. So I'm like holding my breath, and then I'll take a deep breath, and then I'll hold my breath, and I'll take a deep breath.
You basically hyperventilated yourself.
Yeah, kind of. Like I'm, like the blood, I'm okay with. Like I've done enough stupid shit in my life that if I'm bleeding, I'm like, oh, this again. So I'm not the kind of person that if I see blood, I'm going to pass out. However, when I am bleeding into a sink, and then I hear, oh man, this is gross, I look over to my left, and there's the other chef with the knife, with the rest of my finger stuck on the knife.
Ow.
I immediately got sick to my stomach. I was like, I'm going to sit down.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm going to sit down.
Oh, okay.
So like, okay, yeah, let's go get you to sit down. And in my mind, looking back on this, I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, I'm going to go sit down at the bar because that's where the chairs are. I'm just going to go sit right there. Yeah, this guy's bleeding everyone. Let me just go sit at the bar. Yeah. But anyway, so I get like 2 steps, maybe.
Down goes Fraser.
And next thing I know, I'm on the ground, like I'm face down on the ground, holding my finger going, this hurts so much.
The fact that there was nobody there to yell, down goes Fraser.
There, you know what? There might have been. I don't know. But I don't know how I ended up on the ground. Apparently, I passed out. Because my body went into shock super fast.
Super shock.
I didn't tell anyone how bad internally all the shit was going on because I didn't want anyone to freak out around me.
Right.
But didn't stop one customer from freaking out to the point where he thought I cut my entire hand off.
Oh, sure. That happens.
Yeah, we're just chopping food and the knife slips and go, ah!
Through the bone and
right.
Everything.
So I'm on the ground, sitting in a door frame, and I got one of the employees just holding my arm up so it's above my head, and ideally the blood would stop going everywhere. Someone ends up getting a wet towel, puts it on my forehead, and I get a cup of water and I'm drinking it. And then the paramedics show up. In my mind, this all happened in about 2 minutes.
Right.
Took a lot longer than that, apparently, but we'll talk about that in a second. So the EMTs are in there talking to me, and they're like, you look pale and sweaty. Okay, so for some background information, My skin is what you would call printer paper white.
Yeah.
Normally. It is February. I've seen the sun for a collective 3 hours since Christmas. So, yeah, I'm a little pale. And they're like, oh, you're sweaty. Well, I just got done working 7 hours in a 100-degree kitchen, and someone was holding a soaking wet towel on my forehead. So, yeah, I look sweaty. If this were the if this were the diagnosis for every time I need to go to the hospital, every winter I would need to go to the hospital every day. But yeah, they're saying, you passed out, so you can't. Obviously, I can't drive myself. I'm like, well, if someone else is driving and you pass out, so I'm gonna blah, blah, blah. So I have to go with them. What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Oh, they couldn't find the finger because it was, or they couldn't find the finger. They couldn't find the part of the finger because it was in the garbage can already. I told my boss later on, I was like, for the future, tell your staff not to throw away body parts until the EMTs look at them.
Yeah.
It turned out to be a small enough piece that they couldn't reattach it anyway. They would have put it on and it would just died off anyway.
Right.
So they put me on a gurney, cover me in blankets, and then strap me in and take me to the hospital. And then while I'm in the ambulance, he's like, "Yeah, we would have gotten here faster, but because of budgetary reasons, they had to close the depot where the ambulance would have come out of. So we had to come all the way from the downtown area." And I'm like, "Man, I don't fucking care. Like,
you're here.
You're
That's
here.
all that matters."
I don't know how long it took you guys to get there. I passed out. I had 10% vision loss in my right eye, so I could see everything right where I was looking, and there was a little bit of a halo around it. But my left eye, I had maybe 1% vision. It was all purple fuzzy, and I couldn't see shit. And I'm like just kind of taking deep breaths. This was in the bar still. It was when I was having the vision problem.
Right.
I'm like taking deep breaths in through my nose, out through my mouth, trying to just calm myself down because my body's in shock. If dude hadn't shown me my finger on a knife, I probably would have just been in a lot of pain and dealt with it. But when you see part of your body not attached to your body anymore,
you freak out.
You freak out. So that with the blood loss and everything, yeah, I was going down. So yeah, they get me there to the hospital, and they're like, "Well, we have to give you a tetanus shot, and we're gonna have to clean that out." And in my mind, I'm thinking, "Oh, they're gonna get a brush and just fucking scrub it." Yeah. No, they had to numb it first, which included putting a giant needle in the palm of my hand, right below my pointer finger.
So that's where I passed out.
Oh, it was the most uncomfortable feeling I've ever had. Just a needle in the palm of your hand. Like, it's a very sensitive area.
Yeah, no good.
So he just pokes it right in there. And it's not just poke it in, inject, and leave. It's poke it in there, slowly inject it over the next hour and a half, it felt like. But it was probably like 15 seconds.
Right.
But I'm just like, could you hurry or something? Because this sucks. Stop it. So he finally finishes. Like, all right, I'll be back when that kicks in. I'm like, okay. So the nurse ended up coming back, and she's the one that did the cleaning of it. And it was like they have this big plastic syringe that you get Jello shots out of, and they put like a little cone on the front of it, kind of like so a dog doesn't chew on its wounds. And she just kind of sprayed saline on it to clean it out. So I'm like, okay, this feels weird because it doesn't hurt. I mean, it fucking hurt. Like, I knew it hurt.
Right,
but it was numb as hell. But I could tell that there is a flat part on my finger that she was rubbing with gauze. And I'm like, that's unnatural. That's unnatural. Yeah. So it's... and they ended up wrapping it up. And they put this gel foam thing on it, and it's supposed to help with stop the bleeding, as well as help with the healing of it, I guess. So they put that on there and put the wrapping on there, and like, okay, come back to the doctor, or like, we're gonna give you two numbers: the number for here, the occupational center of the hospital, so essentially workman's comp area. And then also for this orthopedic surgeon that's a hand specialist. So call to make a follow-up appointment here, and also make one for later on, so we can check you out. If there's an issue, we can send you to them. If there's not, then you can just cancel that appointment. So the next day, I'm calling in to make an appointment, and this woman, I've never been more frustrated with someone over the phone. I was like, okay, I want to make a follow-up appointment. I was just there last night. They told me to call you specifically. And she's like, okay, well, have you talked to your workman's comp people to get the approval? I was like, no, because the doctor told me to. I figured I should. Mm-hmm. Well, you should talk to them and find out if you can. Okay, so I call my boss, and he talks to those people, gets back to them. It's like, yeah, it's fine. It's the same place. There's no problem. Go ahead. So I call him back. Okay, I'd like to make this appointment. This is one of 2 appointments I have to make, because and they're also I just casually making conversation with her. I'm like, yeah, I've got to do the drug test tomorrow, and then got to make this appointment. So I'm like, what time can you do an appointment? I'm like, make it at 9 because I have to be at the drug testing place at 7. Oh, if you're getting a drug test, then you can just get the follow-up somewhere else. I'm like, no, I'm going to a drug testing place for a drug test, not a doctor's office. Well, if they told you to go somewhere else, you should go somewhere else. I'm like, you are the place they told me to go to.
Just don't want to do anything.
I want to make an appointment for you. I have to do the drug test. I have to make an appointment with you, and I have to make an appointment with the orthopedic surgeon for later on. Oh, well, if you have to make an appointment with the orthopedic surgeon, then just do that. The doctor last night very, very specifically said I have to make an appointment with you. I have your number with your department to make an appointment with you. Yeah, but they also said for the orthopedic surgeon. I'm like, yeah.
Ugh.
They said make the orthopedic surgeon later.
Just make it.
So if I make the appointment with you for tomorrow, make the orthopedic one for a few days from now. So if I have to have an appointment with them, I can. But if I can get this taken care of with you, I can cancel that appointment. Well, if they already gave you that one, then we're just going to send you that one anyway, so don't even come here for this one. You should just go with that one. Oh, my God. So I just said, fine, thanks. Hung up, made an appointment with the orthopedic surgeon. I go in there, and he's like, oh, okay. Well, yeah. There's it's not too bad. It's not to the bone. You didn't get the bad part of your nail. Like, this is just kind of like a wait and see and let it heal on its own kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, thank God I went to the orthopedic surgeon for the old let it heal on its own practice. But the gel foam thing that they put on there is it's part of me now. It's because it's part of the scab. Like, when I was getting my follow-up appointment, the nurse was like, she was like gonna take it off, and she started pulling on it the tiniest bit, and I was like, ah. She's like, oh, I think we're gonna have to soak that. So she leaves and comes back. She's like, oh, I can't find what I'm looking for. So she leaves, and the doctor comes in, and it's like, oh yeah, that shit stays on there now. I'm like, this bitch was gonna rip this off.
Oh God.
Because he was explaining to me, I'm like, what? Well, she was gonna take it off,
Like,
and
no.
and I was gonna say, what my intentions were like when they were going to take it off, and I was going to say, doctor, I can't look at this, but if I give you my phone, will you take a picture of it for me? But he's like, no, we're just going to leave it on there. We're going to cut the excess of it off so it can be a little more functional. But it is essentially part of the scab. So if we rip it off, we're ripping the scab off. So now I just have part of a little gel foam thing attached to my finger for the foreseeable future until it falls off naturally.
There you go. Awesome. Long story short, knife safety, people. Knife safety.
I ordered cutting gloves.
Yeah.
And my boss also ordered cutting gloves. He's like,
Good.
I'm going to get you cutting gloves. I didn't say anything because I was like, you fucking have them anyway.
Yeah.
But I have my own pair too.
Well, I'm willing to bet you there's a list of things that are going to happen probably there now, because the fact that they weren't there is pretty serious.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure
it's a pretty big thing. It's like not having hard hats for people that work in construction sites.
Pretty sure whatever corporate entity was like, where were the cutting gloves? You know, because had you been supplied them and not wearing them, they probably would have been like, "Yeah, get them."
Yeah, like, oh, this is your fault. We gave you the tools, you just chose not to wear them.
So then they're like, was he wearing the cutting gloves? Oh, we don't have those. Duh, you gotta get cutting gloves.
Oh, so now we just get to spend a ton of fucking money on insurance bullshit as opposed to the $10 it costs for gloves.
Mm-hmm. You would have known. Where can they find us online?
You can find us individually on Twitter at Patrick Newsom42.
That's me.
At Hungry as a Bear. That's me. You can follow the entire DVM production empire at the DVMPE. You can find this podcast by going to Facebook and searching for Stupids Talking Stupid.
And you can see and listen to all of the other stuff we do on DVMPE.com. That's going to do it this week for Stupids Talking Stupid. I am Patrick.
And I'm mostly what's left of Bear.
And we'll talk to you later.